And there we have it, Paneer Kadhi. Very unusual recipe that you don't see every day in an English Indian restaurant. This is more home style. Look at that. That is sensational. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Rick. Today we're doing Paneer Kadhi. Now it's an unusual recipe in so much as it is vegetarian, but it is an unusual recipe in so much as it's all yogurt. Absolutely all yogurt. It's a fantastic recipe and it's not one that you see every day, but people eat it every day. Okay, in here I have yogurt. In here I have besan flour, which is chickpea flour. That goes in there. Now we want a little bit of salt in there. Salt to taste. And we want to do about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. And then what you've got to do is give it a whisk until it's smooth. Now the reason for that I do it this way round is because I like the besan flour to rehydrate a little bit with the yogurt. And what I'm going to do is quickly pan fry my paneer to put a little bit of colour on. Now a lot of people just make this and slip the paneer into the pan. I don't like it that way, so we're going to put a bit of colour on there. Let's get this mixed up, come on. Now this has to be smooth and lump free, and this yogurt is quite cold, look. So let's get it in there. That'll do. It's nice and steady. So we're just going to put that to one side. We're going to get a cooker, grab a pan. So we want a couple of tablespoons of ghee in there. Now you can use oil, but I'm going to use ghee for this one. Now people have been asking what's the difference in ghee. This white tin is buffalo ghee. This is cow ghee. This is for flavour. This is for frying. It's as simple as that. So we want a little bit of a flame on. Turn it down a little minute and we're going in there with our paneer. And we'll just put a little bit of colour on there. We'll fry the bits that were on the end. Now this is homemade paneer. We make it here every week. There's a link on the channel if you want to go make it. If not, buy it. Okay, when you've got enough colour on there, that come out of there, and we're just going to put that to rest. Nice and easy. So you've got a nice bit of crunchiness going on there, look. If not, it's just going to be completely white, you know, but like I say, that's down to your personal taste. Right, I'm just going to take those bits out of there. Ooh, that's hot. Just take those bits out of there and then we'll carry on. Okay, we want to be going in this pan with that yogurt besan. And we cook low, very low. And what you got to do is just keep stirring it until it thickens. It'll thicken a little bit as it cooks off that besan flour in there. And what we're going to do is just add our water. Now you could actually blend all the water in together. It doesn't really matter, you know. You know, you could just put it all in your bowl and whisk it up, but it doesn't matter. Just nice and steady. Depends what you're used to cooking, you know. Nice little stir on. I'm just going to cook it till it thickens up, and it's got to thicken up because it's flour. There we go. That is what we're looking at, okay? That is thickening nicely on the bottom of there. That is coming through lovely. So what did that take? About 5 minutes? So how long did that take? About 5 minutes? Well, you know, it could take a bit longer depending on the pan you're using. Nearly ready to put our paneer back in there. Okay, let's return our paneer. And you can see why I put the colour on there, because if not it would just be white inside there. But you know, that's up to you. Beautiful. That's what we're talking. That is beautiful. Right, I'm just going to put that on behind me. I'm going to make a tadka at the front, and then we're going to put it back on here and tip the tadka in here. So let's just get that off there. Okay, to make our tadka, then we want to go in there with a couple of tablespoons of ghee. Turn down the flame because that is way too hot. Mustard seeds, cumin seeds, a little bit of ginger for this one, a little bit of hing, and I've got a red chilli, and I'm just going to break it up. There you go. Just cook out that little bit of ginger in there. In there, curry leaves. And that is it. Bring back in your Paneer Kadhi and over the top with that. Stir through. Flame off. Coriander. Stir through. Serve up. A little bit of coriander, and if there's not enough ghee in there, a little bit of ghee. And there we have it, Paneer Kadhi. Very unusual recipe that you don't see every day in an English Indian restaurant. This is more home style. Look at that. That is sensational. So that's our Paneer Kadhi. You know, it's not bland, it should be slightly sour from the yogurt, and it has the flavouring from that tadka. It's a delicious dish, but you know, it's not one that you see every day on a restaurant menu. And we're going in here. Come on. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, Oh, delicious. You don't have to eat it in there. Eat with rice. Come on, on here. Oh, amazing. Proper amazing food. There we have it. A fantastic, fantastic real food dish. That is delightful, you know. You wouldn't think that you could make a dish using chickpea flour and yogurt. So there you go, that's our Paneer Kadhi made. Look at that. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make real quality home style food. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. On we are.